watch the last live stream, but we are up on a new one. I've got the size 18 hook on. We're going to try to get some little bluegill, get some live bait. Shouldn't take long. Oh wow, they stole it just like that. I'm actually going to create a poll really quick, just to see what kind of audience I have. Okay, started the poll up. Let's get some bait on here, and I doubt it'll be too long at all until we can get something. And I'm going to tie on a new hook ASAP because I don't have a bucket with me. And we are going to get a live bluegill on here and try to get a bass. That is our goal for today's video. Try to get a little bass off of a little bluegill. It's not going to take long to get this little bluegill, but the bass, I'm not sure how long that's going to take. We're going to try to keep this stream short and simple, getting late, but we'll see how long it takes. Oh, I just had one again. Oh wow, how are they stealing it like that? Oh, and my modifier just joined. That's awesome. If you have any questions, you can ask me or him. Just put it in the live chat. Be happy to answer both of us. He's got a really cool fishing channel if you guys want to check him out. Honestly surprised we haven't hooked into one of these little dudes yet. It is going to suck to have him. I'm going to have to keep him out of the water while I re-rig this. Actually, wait. I got an idea, guys. This cinder block right here, if I were to move that into the water, put it to where those holes are facing upward, and if I were to put it in there, staying in that fresh water, that might work. So I could get a couple bluegill, just in case I lose one pretty quick or ends up dying really quick. Kind of have like a little live well right here. I think he'll try that. As long as they don't end up jumping out or it's not too oxygenated, we're just going to give it a shot. Usually I come down here with a bucket. Right now, let's just get some bait. And they stole it again. We got 2 votes, 2 people like fishing. That's awesome. Just trying to get some live bait here to catch a nice big bass. Or maybe a little bass. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Right now, we're trying to get some live bluegill for some bait. And if all else fails, we can always just tie on a good old Senko and see how it works out. There we go. That is really small. I might not have to change hooks for this little guy. That is a really small bluegill. Wow. Honestly, that's about the average size that's all been sitting there. Anyways. Oh, sorry. I gotta show that better. Have I caught a walleye? No, I'm in central around Florida, and we do not have walleye around here that I'm aware of. I've always wanted to catch one. I think they're really cool fish, but I've never caught one. Okay, this is pretty muddy water, but it's not going to be long, so we're just plop him in there while I change hooks out. Or I could try to catch another one really quickly. That's awesome to hear, Ron. Fishing's an awesome thing to get into. Lots of people enjoy. Caught a bass? You just caught a bass, or Have I caught a bass? I've caught plenty. I caught my PB not too long ago. I could have swore the bait was on there. Surprised this is taking this long. Well, I guess we already have one. My favorite fish, it's a hard thing to choose, but I personally really like mutton snapper. They're around, I don't know if they're considered deep sea. They're not very deep. But there are saltwater fish around here in Florida that are really hard fighting, really fun to catch, really good eating. They're just one of my favorite fish. It's hard to choose. There's so many awesome fish, but that's one I really like. I'm trying to get a little bit bigger one. That guy was really small. Maybe just a little bit bigger of a bluegill. That is absolutely perfect size. Here we go, guys. That could not be better sized. Well, maybe that's a little bit larger on the 4 or 5, but we take that all day. Trying to think of how I'm going to end up getting these guys out. Move it shallower. There we go. They're not going to last long in muddy water, so I'm going to change out my bait real quick. I might just throw a little one out now that I have this. Hey, you catch any bass? Yeah, I caught a lot of bass today. I haven't on this live stream. Well, I doubt it'll take long now that we've got some live bait. We're going to get a slightly bigger hook here. Not slightly, this is fairly larger, but this is what we're going to work with for bass. Going to be a minute tying this up. So if you haven't already, take the time to maybe vote so I can see if you guys like some freshwater fishing. And if you really do, you should like the channel because I post a lot of it. Just going to take a second here to tie this on. The size 18 is simply way too small for this bait. Okay, got that on nice and quick like. Nip that tag end. Perfect. Hey, sub, that's awesome. Really trying to hit 500 subscribers. That's just really cool milestone. Appreciate it a lot. Didn't expect that bluegill to jump like that. Now I think we're going to nose hook this one. I usually either nose hook or back hook. I think we're going to nose hook this guy. It's my PB. Bass, I did not have a scale with me when I caught it. I'm not the best at guessing, so it could be way more than this, way less. but it's recent on my channel if you want to look at it. I'd say he was around 8 pounds if I had to guess. Now I am going to move this bobber up. That is way too low for bass to hit that. We're going to move this bobber up decent ways. The bite seems pretty good. I've seen a lot of topwater hits. Thanks, man. That means a lot. My PB before that was only around 5, so that meant a lot to catch something upgrade like that. And that's my moderator, Real Water. He's awesome. Yeah, he thinks it's around 9 or 10. I honestly have no clue. I'm not good at guessing that kind of stuff. Even though I really should be fishing as much as I do. What am I fishing for? Right now with this bluegill, main target here is going to be bass. Maybe a gar, that would be really cool. And very rare, possibly a catfish. So we're going to keep this a little bit out here. If I had to say, it'd take about 5 minutes to get something. If not, we're going to reel it in. I should change the bobber. I'll just leave it for now, but I do have bigger bobbers if this one keeps on taking it under. And this is what was a rod holder. Water's a little bit high right now, so I'm just going to have to hold it. It looks like there's a super small bass right there, probably about 4 inches down in these weeds. I saw one. Yeah, thanks. I really want to hit 500. That's just really cool. I try to come down here as often as I can. I'm going to slowly try to do this, reel this in, so maybe if there's anything along the bank, it'll hit it. Because I've had that happen before, reeling it in, packing it up, then I've had one whack it right here at the shore. We're going to give that a shot. This is a nice and lively one. I don't see any right here, so I'm just going to bomb this guy out. Yeah, that's how I caught my PB. When I can, I try to fish with lures. I just think there's something cool about tricking a fish to hitting that. But it's nothing wrong with using some live bait here and there, so... Yeah, that is how I caught my PB off of a small little live bluegill. Oh, speaking of, thanks for reminding me, we're going to let this smaller one go. Because we've already got one, it's getting laid out, so I'm just going to let him go. There we go. Yep, he swam down just fine. I'm going to pull that cinder block back up. People like to put it up and sit on it when they're down here. Oh yeah, my PB, sorry, I didn't read the whole comment there. It was pretty much dead. I was just about to pack up the rods. It was pretty much dead. And a little turtle just swam through here. Super little guy. Now, I can't promise they're going to bite right here, but I can absolutely promise that there are bass in this little pocket right here, because there's tilapia in here that I like to boat fish. They are really good eating and bad for the environment, especially around here. They're really invasive, and I've seen bass almost every time walking in here. So we're just gonna kind of let that swim around in that pocket. Oh, what's up, William Fishing? Yeah, I just started a new stream. Finally got some bait out there. And that's a pocket where I know there's bass at. So hopefully one decides to hit it. Meantime, I'm going to pack up my tackle box a little bit. Still got plenty of bread, so probably going to come back down here within sometime this weekend. Or actually, this Saturday I'm going to be heading to Palm Beach, Florida. It's down in southern Florida, and there are lots of cichlids and awesome pretty tilapia down there. So expect possibly a live stream doing that. If you guys aren't doing anything, it'd be awesome to tune in. As for the rest of this bread, we're just going to throw this back. Whenever I've got a torn up piece, I just throw it back. Amazing how fast they can shred it. Yes, sir, Edgar, we got a live bluegill out. Had to use some 800-pound braid to get it up, and things are so strong. So, that bluegill's swimming around pretty hectic over there. Might have someone chasing it. Yep, some 800-pound braid for these bluegill. I think are beasts. Definitely. Surprising it snap, yeah. Me too. Fishing alone? Yeah, I usually have a buddy with me. This time I'm just coming down for a short live. We just don't need to tell anybody that I'm using 8-pound braid for the bluegill. My little secret 8-pound. Just let everyone think it's 800. You never know. Yeah, like I said, I'm for sure that there are bass in there. I just don't catch them too often. They're pretty picky in that pocket for some reason. I feel like they get casted on a lot. So we're gonna get this guy in. hoping not to get that stuck in the weeds. Figured it would have, though. There we go. Yep, here's a little bluegill. Always have 300 plus viewers. Yeah, that's pretty cool. My mom likes some fishing too. And don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a gator right there. Just staring. I doubt he'll get too close. Definitely don't want to hook him. Oh wow, just like that. Oh, something quick whacked it. Dang, man. I was not paying attention, I was looking at that gator. Something whacked that bluegill. The second it hit the water. I'm gonna cast that back out there. I did not paying attention, or else I would have caught that. I will next time. I'll try to get my mom down here, or, of course, my modifier, Real Water, he loves to come down here a lot. Can't believe I just lost that fish. I don't know if I was facing it, if you guys could see it, but that thing was gone. I don't think he's gonna hit it. He got pretty scared off. And that bluegill's not doing so hot now. That bluegill worked too, but I don't think they have anything on live bluegill. That was a decent one too. At least I think. I don't know. Never got to see it. Fight it for too long. I think I'm gonna get him back out there. Need to tighten the drag too. That drag was really loose from the bluegill. Oh, you guys can hear the ringtone. That's funny. I didn't think you guys could hear that. That's funny. It's iconic, man. If anything, I should really change that to something fishing related, like a drag gripping. Had that on here from when I first got my phone. I should really change it to something fishing. We are in Florida right here. That is a Florida gator. That's nice. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's a lot closer than it looks. Probably about... I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I did not realize that. Thanks for reminding me. I did not realize. How long have I been on mute for? Guess I've just been yapping away. I don't know if I talked about the like 3 minutes. So you guys heard about the saltwater like shrimp rig and stuff probably. I'll try that now. Actually, it looks really good. Oh, so in saltwater fishing, I don't know if you guys know what this is. I forgot what it's called. Essentially, there's a bobber on the top, and then about 2 feet below it, there's going to be a shrimp. So whenever something hears that bobber popping on top of the water, they're going to go eat that shrimp that's about 2 foot below it. So maybe the same analogy will work here, making that commotion on the top with that dead bluegill below. I'd try that. Yeah, I'm sorry for being mute. I didn't mean to do that. But that actually sounds really good, and I can see that bluegill behind it. Oh, got one. Haha. Little dude. Aha! Haha. I hope you guys saw that. Jumped out of the water and spit. I did not set it hard. That was just a little guy. Little dink. But that's probably the one that had it then, staying right here. He had it in his mouth and jumped out and shook it. Right here, though. That was cool. Just jumped right out. Probably like 3/4 of a pound to a pound. Not necessarily a dink, but a little dude. So, he's not coming back now that I ripped him out of the water. At least we know how big it probably was. Still would have been nice to land it. You guys can hear me, right? I don't know if that really counts as working for the popper thing, because I kind of let it sit there. I don't know if that really counted as a win for that. But I did say we came pretty dang close to landing one. I don't know if we'll count it. Okay, you can hear me? Good. Sometimes I don't know, even if I'm not on mute, because I don't have the best quality stuff. I'm just using my phone right now. See if we can draw another one in right here in front of us. That was cool. That wasn't no bluegill. Something just hit right here. At least that was a pretty dang good one, or just made a lot of racket. I think it just made a lot of racket. And off of Cincos, I've caught them casting right along this and reeling them in. We don't... I know there's carp in some parts of Florida, but around here, I've never really heard of anybody catching carp, and I've never really tried for them. So no, I've never really tried for carp, and I have used corn. I have used corn here, and surprisingly enough, as much people tell me to use it, I've never caught anything. Not even the bite. I don't know what it is. I know people catch the biggest carp and bluegill and tilapia off of corn. I don't get why it doesn't work, but I've tried corn here and not caught a thing. And we do have carp here, Lane, or real water. We do have some, like grass carp and stuff. I'm pretty sure we've got some, but they're pretty rare, so. And for sure, we don't have any in this lake. Fished here all my life. That gator's like, how about snakehead? Yeah, I came really close to catching a snakehead in South Florida. Using frogs and stuff, I saw a bunch of them. Almost had one. There's no snakehead in this lake, but never caught one, came really close. Yeah, here in Central Florida, there's not a whole lot of very interesting species. We got some really cool stuff, but as far as snakehead, carp, a lot of cichlids, bowfin, got some here, but not much. Yeah, they're usually down more in South Florida. Which I don't know if you guys were here for that, but way earlier in the stream I did say I'm going to South Florida and fishing there. I don't know if it's going to be a live stream, but if you guys do want to check it out, I might be live streaming this Saturday. Not sure around what time, probably a lot earlier than this. Peacock bass, yes, I have caught one of those. Again, down in South Florida, don't really have them up here. But yeah, I have caught peacock bass before. They're really cool. They fight hard. Largemouth bass fights don't have anything on them for pound to pound. Peacock has to be stalked. I've never really heard of them being stalked. And especially not here, because I think we've had them for so long that they're considered native, but they were never originally from here. And they're not the best for the environment, so I don't think that people actually stalk them. FWC actually called them native. I don't know why. They're really big predators that have to eat a lot, but yeah, we don't have them stalked. South America and Central America, yeah. I know, like, the really big ones, they catch in, like, Brazil and stuff, that kind of stuff. But as far as Florida goes, we've only had them for, like, 100 years or so. The saying, I don't know if you guys know the saying, but there's a saying that goes, people will buy a cat to get rid of a mouse and a dog to get rid of the cat, that kind of thing. Well, they actually brought peacock bass here, I looked into it, to get rid of tilapia, invasive tilapia. They actually brought them here to get rid of those. But now they've taken over and it's just gotten worse. PB for largemouth. I actually caught it here not too long ago. Didn't have a scale, so I don't know exactly how big it was, but if I had to guess, probably around 8, I'm not sure. It's not too long ago. If you want to check out the shorts feed, it should be in there. My shorts. £4 smallmouth, that's awesome. I've always wanted to catch smallmouth. Don't have them really here that much. I should be going up to Georgia sometime this year, though, so that'd be awesome to catch one. That's cool, a 4-pounder and a big bowfin. That's awesome, man. You got any tips on how to catch smallmouths? I've never really tried for them, so I don't really know. Yeah, 8 for a largie. That was awesome. Thought it was a small one, turns out it's just swimming towards me. And then he took off. That gator's probably 15 foot off the shore staring at me. It is getting late, so I'm probably getting in the stream within the next 5 to 8 minutes or so. Just figured it'd be cool to try to get that bass one more time. A Rapala? Yeah, I've heard those are really good for him. I've caught largemouth off of them quite a bit here. My dad really likes using Rapalas. Heck, I've used them in salt water here and there. The bigger Rapalas, I use them in salt water sometimes. Wow, 14. That is a beast. That's awesome. That's cool. I've always wanted to fish Oklahoma. Especially after the Twisters movie. Luke Combs hit good with that. But wow, 14. That's insane. In Oklahoma. I didn't know they had them big in there. The stream is at 38:45, so we're probably gonna end it around 40 minutes. I'm from Texas and your PB's 8. That's really cool. Have around the same PB probably. Again, I've wanted to fish Texas too. There's lots of places I've wanted to fish. That one would probably be closer than Oklahoma though for me in Florida. Community pond, yeah. This is kind of a private pond. It's for a neighborhood, but people can come in here. So it's kind of private, not really. But that's awesome, an 8-pounder in a community pond. For New York, it's 12 pounds. Wow. There's some big bass out there. Okay, guys, I've had an awesome time here streaming today. Didn't catch a whole lot of fish, but I had a lot of good time talking to you guys, catching some little bluegill. Unfortunately, it's getting really late, and the mosquitoes are killing me, so thank you guys so much for being here. And I'll probably upload within the next few days, but I'm not sure when my next live will be. Hopefully this Saturday, I'm not really sure. Okay. That story's crazy. You had a blind man to take a picture of you with it. Wow. That's awesome. Thanks, man, for subbing. Really trying to get to that 500 mark. I know I've caught fish. I will have better lives in the future where I'm catching them every minute, but for now I'm going to head back, edit some videos, and see you in the next one. Thanks a lot, guys.